Hello dear students, I am Prabhat Dubey, your B.St teacher from LPM Public School, Gola Bazaar. We were discussing the business environment, different type of factors that are present around the business and which are having dominant role in impacting the business and how to regulate and administer the business operations. These factors have direct and indirect impact on business performance. So today we will emphasize on legal and technological environment. What are the legal framework that is having direct interfere in the business, manufacturing, service, regulation and all other company agreements and its policies. So legal environment is the first topic of our interest today. You know that if you are operating in a particular area, in a particular state or in a particular country, there is a legal framework, there is a constitution. If you are working in a democratic country, then there is a constitutional framework that provides you a specific guideline and principles, how to operate business, what are the expectations from the government, what are the boundary lines. Within these boundary lines you have to operate, but any of the business activity, its product and service should not hamper with the national integrity, peace and well-being of the society. If on any grounds you are avoiding these principles, you are neglecting the social peace and harmony, your product is carrying any unwanted and unavoidable negative impact, you are damaging the peace and tranquility of the nation, then you will not be provided permission through our legal environment. That's why proper scanning of the documents, the features of the product is done before providing the license to manufacture and provide the service. So this legal environment provides you a specific type of environment in which you can operate. If this environment is very harsh, then it will impact your business. If the taxation of the government is very harsh, then you will simply just shy away from that environment. Any company, any business operation, any multinational company will always find it easy to operate in an environment that is providing proper support and hand-holding to the business organizations. Any company or business unit will not find it appropriate to work in an exploitatory regime where the companies are being exploited on different grounds. Like in some autocratic countries, the companies are being exploited. Taxation is very harsh, so companies will simply move away from that place. So this, if you want foreign investment, if you want employment for your people, if you want GDP contribution to taxation that is coming from corporate, then that government will always promote the establishment of manufacturing and service providing units. As in case of India, before 1991, there was license Raj. We were not providing proper opportunity to the foreign players to come into Indian market and start business operations. But when we realize that we need to globalize our business, we need to establish connections with the global multinational companies. Without this, we will be lagging behind. We want to compete on the global market. Before 1991, Indian market was conservative, closed type of market. Foreign players were not allowed. And if any foreign player was allowed to come into Indian market and produce the product and supply the different types of services, there was a very exploitatory mechanism. There was huge involvement of corruption. The government authorities and the officers that were appointed to provide proper channel and give permission to these foreign-based companies, it was so harsh that companies were reluctant in coming to Indian market. And if in company is willing, then exploitation was there. Such type of regime was neglected, and in 1991, Dr. Manmohan Singh, who was the finance minister of P.V. Narasimha Rao government, 1991 took this brave decision to allow the foreign players in Indian market. India was ready to compete. Before that, people think that Indian products and services are not able to compete with the global companies. We are not having a limited mindset. We are not having proper skilled workforce, and our product and services are of inferior quality. Such was the mindset. If we open our market to the global players, we will not be able to compete with them, and our product and services will be totally eradicated out from the market, and foreign players will establish full control of our market demands. Such was the scenario. But when government realized that we need to empower our manufacturing and service providing, we have to compete, we have to provide all the support that is needed to the industries, especially MSMEs. We cannot avoid this competition for so long. If we are keeping our economy in conservative mode, then we will be simply eradicated out from the global platform. If we want global presence, we have to fight with global competition. We have to take part in that. We cannot escape that competition. So it is better to prepare ourselves rather than shying away from competition. If you want to earn a suitable position, then you have to face the competition. If you are not ready to face the competition, then just you are out of the market. So this decision was very brave, and different types of laws, legislation, administrative principles, policies, guidelines were made by government to allow the foreign and even domestic players to start business operations in India. Any state, the rules and regulations are to be followed. If you are operating in India, you have to stick to the guidelines, principles, and the administrative orders are to be followed. The judgment of the court are to be followed. If you are making any sensitive element and it is stated that your company should not be near the human population, then it is to be followed. If you are involved in any chemical industry and your chemical and the byproduct, the wastage that is coming out from your manufacturing process is not treated properly and it is being discharged in the open field, any ground or any water body, it will create serious problem and threat not only to the human beings but also to the plants and animals. Such type of activities should be checked. So this legal environment provides us such type of interface.